Hey y'all, Jacqueline with UnPC Reality here. Good morning. Happy Monday. I did just want to get on today with regards to some of the Shannon Bedore stuff that's happened with her DWI, and comments that I'm hearing Jeff Lewis make and some of her other friends. While I do, feel for Shannon, and I definitely, want to see that she has support in her life that are going to see her through this, especially in that Bravo world. I do think that she's dealing with a couple of people that don't really grasp the nature of addiction, maybe even suffer from their own addictions, and really should be careful to comment on the subject when it comes to, especially people that are close to Shannon, who, Shannon Bedore values their opinion, quite frankly, unlike, a lot of us. However, I have been in recovery for quite some time now. The very first step of Alcoholics Anonymous reads, "We admitted we were powerless over alcohol and that our lives had become unmanageable." Well, getting a DWI, wrecking into a home, almost, hurting you, your dog, any of those people, any bystanders, anything like that, is pretty unmanageable. Now, I am also coming from a perspective of somebody who has had a couple DWIs in my experience. And my first one kind of, rings very similarly to what Shannon seems to be dealing with now in terms of the next steps. So essentially, after my first DWI, it was recommended to me, just like I'm sure it's being recommended to her, to go to rehab to show primarily good faith to the judge that you're actually working on resolving your problem. Shannon has chosen, apparently, to settle for an IOP program. And when Jeff Lewis talks about it, it's the most intensive thing on earth. Yes, it has the word intensive in it. It's intensive outpatient treatment. And I can tell you from pretty good experience, Shannon is the sort of alcoholic who uses alcohol as a crutch for stress, being under the stress that she is in this current moment, and sitting at home worrying about it while doing an IOP here and there is not going to be the removal of alcohol and temptation that she might need. Now, again, I can't speak on what really she needs because ultimately anyone in, any sort of recovery realm understands that until that person with said addiction comes to the determination that they themselves need help, there is little to no, uh, success rate really of any of that. Now, another thing as it pertains to, big book language is, once we've determined we've had a problem, are we willing to go to any lengths to resolve it? And then in the book, they get to the point where they start talking about the lengths that you will go, i.e., the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. And it would behoove really anybody to just take a quick look at those and see that it's going to be very, very, very hard for Shannon if she does come to the determination that she is a true blue, real deal alcoholic to continue with this life that she has, i.e., being on that reality show, being with these women, being around an environment where drinking is maybe encouraged, certainly commonplace. These are going to have to be things of the past if she really does have intentions of bettering her future. And in terms of, her life now, yes, I would categorize it as quite unmanageable. So it's with, a heavy heart that I say that with regards to, the road that she has ahead. I've dealt with it. It's not easy. And if you don't kind of take the steps to resolve those things, they don't get better. It gets worse. So that's all I got.